defeat. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome, and I am so happy that you clicked on this video to support my channel. Today I've got some not so fun news. So, ever heard of Murphy's Law? If you are a budgeter and if you follow Dave Ramsey, you have probably heard about Murphy coming to knock on your door. And Murphy's Law basically states that anything that can go wrong will go wrong. And that's where we are sitting right now. So back it up about a week or two, I recently posted about our new financial and budget trouble because of my husband's income being cut by about 50%. Okay, so that hit us recently, but because we budget, we'll be fine. The kids and I are getting ready to go up for spring break to visit some family. It's a 9-hour drive, so I wanted to make sure that our vehicle had an oil change and just, you know, everything was running smoothly, right? So that we have a safe trip. So I get excited and I make my appointment at the dealership for my oil change, and they have a coupon so I can get my oil change for $24.95. Woo! So I'm all happy and giddy. I go in this morning with my coupon, I hand it over thinking I'm all cool. And I sit with the kids in the waiting room for about 45 minutes, which was a chore in and of itself, because if you've ever taken children to a waiting room of any sort, you know that they don't like to sit still. So I came prepared with their iPads, but they were both hungry. I didn't have cash for the snack machine, not that I would have gotten them anything out of there anyway, but I forgot to bring a snack for them. So I'm listening to them whine and complain. So the service advisor comes out and he says, "Miss Stewart, can I please speak with you over here?" Well, that doesn't sound good, am I right? So I go over with him and he tells me that my oil pan is leaking and it needs to be replaced, that it's not safe. They don't want it to, you know, the plug to come completely out and me lose all my oil while I'm driving. I don't want that either. So I mentioned that I need to get it fixed before we leave for our road trip, and he says, well, there's more. And you can tell he didn't want to go into, you could tell that he like almost felt bad to tell me all this. So next thing is that my calipers on my rear driver's wheel have locked up. They've seized up and have ground through like the brakes and rotors. I know nothing about cars, so if I'm explaining this incorrectly, don't shoot me, but this is how I'm remembering it from what he explained. So basically calipers and rotors and a leaky oil pan and new brakes, etc., all need to be replaced. He doesn't feel comfortable letting me leave the dealership with my vehicle the way in the condition that it is. And it's going to cost roughly $1,800 on the high end. He estimated high for me, which hopefully it'll come in as much under that as possible. I don't know how much wiggle room there really is. But Murphy has come knocking twice now, and when it rains it pours. So not only is our income cut by about $1,700 to $1,900 a month, we now have $1,800 in vehicle repairs. So here's how we're handling that. We had previously planned on paying off our very last credit card at the beginning of April when the next billing cycle hits. So we had $675 set aside to pay that off, because that's all that we have left on credit cards at all. We have not been credit card debt free. I don't know if we have ever, other than before we had credit cards. So this was big. This was gonna be our big April. We're gonna start April off with no credit card debt. Okay, so that's $675 that we have to put towards the vehicle repairs now, which is good, okay? We also, because we budget, we set aside about $200 a month into an auto savings account, a sinking fund. So that covers our car insurance that comes due every 6 months, any vehicle repairs that we may need, like standard oil changes and stuff like that, plus extra padding for something big like new tires. Not something big like $1,800, but my husband had his oil change and stuff done last week on his vehicle and his filters replaced and all of that. So his vehicle repair work was about $100. We had $1,000 to start with. He spent $100, so we have $900 left. So we've got the $900 and the $675 to put towards the van repairs. Depending on how much it costs, if it is $1,800 or less, okay, we've covered most of it at this point. So luckily we have the money, but it still doesn't feel good to have to spend it in one lump sum like this. Obviously I want to be driving a safe vehicle for my children and I, but it still sucks when Murphy comes knocking. So that's what we're dealing with right now. Very disheartened, very discouraged. Was really looking forward to paying off that last credit card, but here we go. At least we don't have to put the full vehicle repair onto a credit card, setting us further behind. So that's my Murphy story for right now. I don't like Murphy. He can go away. But we'll keep you in the loop. I'm about to sit down, figure out our April budget, see where we have to cut things based on the lower end of income that my husband would be bringing in, and then the income I bring in from babysitting. And we'll see what we've got there. So I'm gonna sit down here momentarily. That video will be coming up in the next week or so you can see that. Wish us luck. It's been a rough day. It's been a rough week or two since finding out about the income cut, first of all. But I'm really hoping that the bad things come in threes don't happen this time, because I really don't want to deal with another bad thing. Thank you so much for watching. If you have comments or questions, please leave them down below. If not, I will see you next time.